Go. Awesome. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Frank. Today I have with me Raji again, King Raji. You guys know him. You've seen him before. And a new addition to, I guess, this kind of podcasting that we're doing. He goes by the name of Eugene. And if you want to introduce yourself now, man, feel free.
Dude, sometimes I don't know how to introduce myself. Where do I begin? Where do I start? Hi, my name's Eugene. I just told Frank I'm from like South Korea, but really, I don't know if I really belong to any physical location. But anyway, I'm also like half American, and yeah. Raji, what's your backstory? I want to know more about like the whole Magi thing, and you said something about like Pakistan, Iraq, or something. Mountains. I remember you saying.
Yeah, man. Like my dad, he comes from the Auraman mountain in West Iran. And his great-grandfather, my great-great-grandfather, was the Sultan of that area. And he was also the San, so the San Sultan. So, and then stuff happened, 100 years of sleep, wars, and they killed my great-grandfather and killed his wife, and then they fled, and then they find them, jails, everything,
All
a lot of
stuff.
that. Yeah. So a lot of information, a lot of wisdom keeping, a lot of this stuff. But now, yeah, it's a new dawn, no? It's a new day.
This is true. You wanted to talk about NFTs and blockchain specifically today, Raji?
Yes. I would love to speak about that, how we're going to shift the game.
Yep.
Because the past is the past. Now we are looking forward for the new. And just explain the direction, really.
Yeah. Because we had some people in the last one that didn't really understand or understand exactly what Raji was saying. And there was comments that I think he replied to, but I think it's better to reply to it on like kind of an open forum like this one.
Yeah.
Because obviously it wasn't explicit enough. It wasn't clear enough. So, yeah.
Yeah. So I have a friend as well. He sends me always like, hey, the metaverse is satanic and this is nothing we are going to support, and this is bad and whatever. Maybe it is. And I'm not saying I'm for or against something. I'm just saying how technology works. I'm just explaining to you, when you buy a car, this is a car and this is the functions of its car. Yep. And then if you want to drive the car or not, it's not my job.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're describing reality. They can react however they want to.
They can react how much they want to, and then they say, "Oh, but he's a shill and he's the son of Zuckerberg." I don't even know who Zuckerberg is. I've never met him, so I don't know who he is. I don't even know if he's real, man. So no, it doesn't. I don't know computers either. I just got a meditation and a download of information, and now I'm expressing that to you. That's it.
Yeah.
So let's go into it. So if we start with this, we know when my dad was young, the technology of the 2D world, how he could experience the 2D world was to go to the cinema. But there the screen was very, very far from him. And he didn't have access to it as much as he wanted to. It was maybe 2-3 times a week. Yeah. But then what happened? Then there was a upgrade, right? And then people start to have the television. And in that time, when the television came, the same thing people are saying now about the metaverse, the same thing people were saying about the television. Oh no, not the television. It's bad. It's demonic. It's satanic. But these people have a television in their home. What happened? They got adjusted to the technology, right?
Exactly.
So this is what I'm saying. I'm just a guy who's saying, guys, in the future, people are going to have television in their home. And people goes against me and saying like, oh, Raji is selling televisions. I'm not selling any televisions. Raji is the son of Sony and Panasonic and Hitachi and LG and these companies that produce the television.
Yeah. I think that's a good analogy. That's very clear. I like that. Yeah.
Okay. And then what's going to happen? Then what happened? Now we have the phone like this, right? And then soon the phone is going to be here. That's the Google's.
Goggles, yeah.
So the screen is coming closer to you, yeah?
Over time.
And it's over time in a much better quality. Before it was black and white, then it got big screens, television got bigger and bigger, yeah? And better quality. So it's very simple. It's just to understand that. And then what's going to happen also is that people are going to inject themselves with technology, where they're going to bring the technology of the phone inside of them. So not only is that it's going to be like this, the technology is going to go inside of them. That's cyborgs. That's the Matrix.
Interesting. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. The Sentinels.
The Sentinels.
Yeah.
Does that make sense for you, Eugene?
No, 100%. And I can see that you're describing this impartially. You're not like for it or against it. You're just saying, this is what's happening. This is the capability of mankind. And actually, this is thought. So eventually, as thought progresses, it's just going to keep getting more and more complex. So yeah, I get it.
Yes, not agree or disagree. I'm not for or against. I'm just explaining.
Yeah. With someone with foresight, you know what I'm saying? And I can't, it's not like, it's not easy. Like all the people that, like, if you've ever watched the movie The Big Short, or anyone that's ever been ahead of the curve in terms of anything, they're always met with so much resistance until the point where, you know, it kind of hits the ceiling, if you want to put it like that. And then people start to realize, which is fine. I mean, you're always going to have people that are not understanding, people in the comments. So I guess I was talking to you, Raji, about it, and I was kind of more like, I can't even be bothered with responding, because if they really want to find out and figure it out and know, they will. It's not up to us to respond to every single comment. But as you said, it's the quality of somebody who is a leader that it actually takes upon themselves to respond to people when they feel like the message isn't, you know, crystal clear. So, yeah.
And the best way to lead is to show by example. And so, for instance, it's really interesting how Neo in the Matrix, he doesn't, like, when he first sees those machines on our side, right? He's like, whoa. So that's what's happening right now. It's just the adjustment period to whoa, and then soon you're putting your head against it and you're petting the machine like a dog. So the point is, at some point the machine starts working for you, and it's in the battle against the machine still, but there's an element to it that's on your side or conscious, whatever.
Yeah. Hey, Eugene, before we begin properly, like, you said you came from like another podcast. Was it like The Freak something? I can't remember what you said, but what's that about?
I'm actually like freaking sleep deprived right now. I just came off like a 5-hour show. It's 6 a.m. right now. I didn't sleep. So like, this is deteriorating consciousness right here, but I'm still with you guys. Anyway, so I'm from like, basically we call ourselves like the freak sense community. We call ourselves the freaks. Like, it's not the freak in what you're, in the context you're thinking, but it's a freak saying we're not like them. Like, we're the ones in the Matrix that stand out. We're the weird ones. So we're the ones where the programs are looking at us like, what the hell is that walking over there? So I think that's kind of what we stand up for, is just kind of like, I don't know, just being outstanding simply. And yeah, I really don't know how to describe it. Because
what are the type of things that you discuss on the podcast, would you say, majoritively?
Well, I'll put it this way. The 4 axioms, so to speak, it has to do with saving your seed, so not ejaculating, so keeping the sexual creative spark within you, and realizing that's the origin of the Tesla spark, that you are a walking coil, you are walking a healing station, a Helios. Like, the Son of Man is Helios, right? And he is in you, and he's going up and down in the form of chrism oil, which the Taoists called chi, or whatever you want to say. So there's that. There's
yeah,
exactly.
And
then there's 100%. And then if you really go into it, you can say it's R, or like 18, because it's radiation, and that has to do with 666, because like basically L and R make up everything, like in electricity, for example. So you could literally like reduce it down and say it's just radiation. Like it is the life force. But anyway,
electricity, magnetism, left, right, blue shift, red shift. Got you.
Amen. We're back to the basics, right? But anyway, but yeah, so that's the first axiom, saving your seed. And then eating what has seed. So eating fruit or eating living things or eating things that can be preserved and you can plant it again. So like
plasma,
like Mr. Raji over at the same time, he always says sustainable. So eating fruit is sustainable. That's the main reason it's the right reason. I mean, like it's the right thing to do, but at the same time, it's a good reason because it's sustainable. It makes sense. It's sensible. And okay, so anyway, so there's the eating aspect to it, and then there's thought. So I think this is a tough one. Jesus, what are those fruits?
Avocado, hermano, avocado.
Awesome. Dude, I buy avocados 12 kgs at a time for like me and like Charlie and Colleen. It's freaking hilarious. But was it okay? So yeah. So let's see. Food, saving your seed, and then thought. So Jesus in the Bible says, "Take no thought," or Buddha says, "Stop thinking" or "Stop suffering." Yeah. So basically, what it's saying is, just get rid of the past. Or, and I want to get into this later when I want to talk about meditation with you guys. But basically, it's saying get rid of pride and prejudice, get rid of any preconception, get rid of all the conclusions you've made, and just be here. So there's no need to judge because he who judges will be judged. So just stay here with me now. That's saying take no thought. And then. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on the fourth one. I just figured it out. Okay, breathing. So deep breathing, diaphragmic prana. I mean, you could call magnetism the breath of life. So it's just in and out, man. It's mother, father, masculine, feminine. It's, repeat, rinse, wash, and repeat. So yeah, it's just, that's like the main.
Expand, contract.
Raw and L, compression, exactly, and rarefaction. But anyway, so that's basically all we're about. Those are like the four main things. But
okay, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, I'll probably check it out.
Yeah, and then also, I guess I would have to say, but really, it's about nothing. It's about no particular thing, or at least not being attached to anything. So at the same time, because like the Hindus call the ultimate god Anama. So it's the no name. So I can't describe what we're about in some sense.
Ineffable. Yeah, got you. Beautiful. All right. What do you reckon of that, Raji? I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's exactly what we also do now with the food, with the breathing. It's all about
just like people think it's like I don't know, just like woo-woo kind of like left of center stuff. It's not really like, it's just breathing, thinking clean, breathing clean, eating clean, and sexual practice clean. Like there's nothing that's revolutionary. We're not making all these grandiose calls that need to be kind of looked at weirdly. I'm not saying I resonate with everything that particularly happens on that podcast, Eugene, or I'm saying resonating with anything that or everything that Raji says, although a lot of it I probably will resonate with. But it's more just reduction, because we live in a world of overconsumption, consuming, making things more and in excess, and because we can't get enough. And that's what we talk about when we say the first key. It's not going forward, it's going backwards. It's reducing. It's taking it back to the breath, taking it back to getting proper sleep. It's taking it back to not having 1,000 sexual partners in a year. It's taking it back to all of this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it is kind of received in a way that's like, I don't know. It's just people just like, it doesn't resonate. And it's just like, I experience it a lot because of where I am majoritively, I think. But yeah, continue.
No, I was just going to say, because honestly, the simple things are the most important, and it's really funny because people don't want to do the simple things right. They think
because it's like boring, I guess.
Yeah, they think simple is scary. Anything outlandish. In fact, saying the simple things is outlandish, is revolutionary, because people don't say it enough.
Family, sick society. Yeah, got you.
I think also it's because of this. It's so simple that if they acknowledge that, then they will see themselves as dumb.
Ego, yeah.
And they don't want to do that. They don't want to say, oh my God, I was wrong. Because then they would say that they are dumb.
Yeah, at the same
they
time,
think it's about
we
that,
have
but
to
it's
be
not.
like balanced in that aspect as well, because there's plenty of times where me especially, I fuck up all the time, bro. Like I make mistakes every single day. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm wrong, say it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to be like, this is the truth, this is the truth. Because I don't, it's like what Eugene said, it's ineffable. I don't know the truth. I'm just a person who's saying what they think, speaking what they feel. But anyway, sorry for interrupting you.
100%, brother, 100%. We are always doing mistake. We are not claiming to be perfect.
Exactly
We
right.
are not claiming that we are there, because if we were be perfect, we would be in Eden right now. That's why we are here. However, we can always improve.
For sure.
We can always look at stuff in the mirror and say, okay, I want to change this.
Yeah.
I need to forgive myself. I need to forgive the people that hurted me in my past. I can't say, oh, I am like this because of that. I need to move forward.
Exactly
I need to say enough with this. But it's a process, brother. It's a process of all of us.
Yeah. Beautiful.
It's not, you know, it's for me, I know why everybody's mourning right now, because there is a lot of things that are happening now with information, with the things, politics, with the countries, with all of that. So it's normal. But we just need to know that the best is yet to come. Yes, it is. The best is yet to come. Tell them, Eugene, tell them the best is yet to come.
You said it, bro. I don't know how else to put it. How about trust the plan?
Yeah, trust the plan, man. The divine plan.
That's it. Yeah. Raji, man, hit us with some NFT knowledge, some blockchain brilliance.
Okay, guys, this is the thing. Okay. What can we do? We know the direction. So what do we need? Well, we want to create Voyage to Eden. No? Because that is what my ancestors did.
I don't know if I want to specifically, but yeah, it's something that you guys will eventuate, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because people say, okay, spirituality and NFT has nothing to do with spirituality. That's what they say, no? No, I don't want to go into this. I just want to meditate in a cave. Okay, go and meditate in a cave. But that is not going to take you physically to Eden.
Yeah.
And we all know that if you want to go physically to Eden, you need a boat. Or at least you need tools, you need resources.
Yeah. And means of, okay, got you.
Okay, and how are you going to get these resources? Well, currency, sustainability. We need to learn how to be sustainable. We need to buy physically land so we can bring our families and our friends and those who want to come to the physical place and build a community there. Self-sufficient.
It becomes Noah's Ark again.
Yes, becomes Noah's Ark again. That's Titanic, 1912. It was not the name Titanic. It was RNS Olympus heading towards the Olympus mountain. But now people are like, what have this to do with NFT? But we need to express this because many people are watching this. They don't know about NFTs. And they are like this. But we are explaining to them, this is the first key. Have you seen Ready Player One? This is the keys. And then when we have the keys, then we can press gas. And then we don't need to worry about NFTs or currency or any of that.
So you're saying effectively you're giving the end goal and you're saying that all of this stuff is a means to an end goal, just like, you know, the process of consuming something that you would eat is, you know, you farm not because you like to farm, it's because you have to eat. And so you can, you know, your body can create energy effectively.
Exactly. Well, if you want to build a boat in tree, you need to maybe cut some trees down. We don't say cutting trees down are good, but maybe you need to cut the tree down to create a boat to leave the island, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm just saying that. So NFTs, again, how are we going to make currency on NFTs? Well, we need to think about it as an actual value. What has it as an actual value in the 3D, the NFT that you are making? Because we can all make NFTs. I can make an NFT out of this and try to sell it.
Yeah, it's like a YouTube channel. Who's going to invest their time into you and why?
Is it possibly originality and specification on ore?
So it's this. If you have, like, for example, a brand of wine. I know a guy here who is making NFTs out of wine. And it's the most exclusive wine in the world. And he's making NFTs out of it. So now people in the metaverse, they want this exclusive wine in their house. to show off, you know,
Yeah.
or to just have. That is how we're going to make the currency. So what do we need to do? We need to create art.
Yep.
We need to go into art, become art dealers,
Yep.
or become artists.
Yep. And that's the reason you're saying this is not because it's working today. It's because it will be working in the future. It is a thing for tomorrow. And that's not a lot of, like, it's hard for people to wrap their heads around it. It's hard for me to wrap my head around it sometimes. But effectively, the content creators are the people that will create content. And that's what people will consume when they have the phone like this, the goggles.
Yeah. Yes. However, we will say to people, we don't spend our time so much in the metaverse. We spend our time growing food and doing these things. And you guys can all do the same thing.
Yeah.
We're not going to hide our secrets, you know? We don't have any secrets. We're transparent with everything.
Yeah.
However, the NFTs, I think Ibiza is going to be a really good spot in Europe, also in the world, because it's a spot with a lot of artists. So I think it's going to become like a spiritual center of the world. And the NFTs are very simple, man. We create one community, like we are now a community here. And we are going to make avatars of our, you know, in the metaverse. And then we're going to have a village where everybody's going to live there together, yeah? Where we're going to produce NFTs. And then we're going to sell the whole village as one NFT.
Yep.
And then everybody who is a part of that village get a share.
Beautiful. That's the game plan.
That's the game plan. So what do we need to do? Create communities. And in order to create communities, we need to learn how to work together.
Well, yeah, we need currency, and currency of the future is in content creation.
Creation.
Yep.
And I'm already doing that now.
Beautiful.
Because
a lot of people are.
Yes, but what we are doing is actually something else, because we're not looking at the NFTs of itself like artwork. We are looking at the whole system.
Yeah.
So remember again, you have the three wise men that came to Jesus. Balthasar was Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, more or less, because he was king of Arabia and Ethiopia. So because of that, he was more that. Caspar, king of India, he was more Hinduism and Buddhism.
Yep.
But Melchior, he was from Persia. That's Zoroastrianism. That's the foundation. They are the foundation, the platform. In the same sense that this new system, the platform of this new system is blockchain.
Beautiful.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And right now, sorry to interrupt you. And right now, people only understand it as a JPEG or as a single image. The same way that when you break down what a movie is, it's just a collection of single images, right? That are played over a certain thing. It's like one NFT will eventuate, like the way you brand it now and package it now is one thing that's worth X amount of money. And people can use it for things like, I don't know, selling art or selling drugs, whatever they want. They can launder money with it. They can, you know, move currency between themselves. There's all type of things you can do with it right now. But effectively, it's putting things from the real world. It's effectively like a machine, if you want to look at it like that. It's like scanning something in the real world and putting it into what will become the metaverse, what we already have as social media sphere, the YouTube, the movies, all the pop culture that's on your screen right now. So if anybody was unclear about that, sorry, go.
But we always work the other way around. So for example, I'm going to be able to plan things in the 2D in my phone, and then I'm going to press order, and then it's going to happen in the 3D.
Beautiful. And by 2D and by 3D, you mean the physical realm. Yes, exactly.
Yes, we have 3D printers now. So I can print everything in 2D and then press OK, and then that will form itself into the 3D. So it's not only 3D to 2D, it's also 2D to 3D.
Yeah.
It's the bridge, and that's the inorganic internet. The inorganic internet connects the 2D world and the 3D world.
Yes.
But the organic Ethernet connects the 3D world with the 4D world. Okay, so that's the difference. And we are not saying one is better or worse. It's just different vibration. different stages.
Yep.
So when you are connected with the organic Ethernet, you will come closer or closer to the quantum, to becoming a quantum being, to connect to the quantum field. And then you will get the right information that will allow you to move forward in this game.
Beautiful.
When you completed the 4D game, then you're ready for Eden.
Eugene, what were you going to say before, man?
Yeah, no, I was super interested in, you said something about the Tower of Babylon, I think, and also the Metatron cube being like the kind of the connector between 2 and 3, right?
Yeah, got you. Yep. The 5G tower.
So Neo is Metatron. The guy who creates the game.
Yes. There you go. The one.
Ready Player One. The guy with the long hair. What's his name, Frank? You know?
Agaroth or something.
He's Metatron. Okay.
His name's James Halliday in real life. Yeah. But
look at the game we're gonna make here in Ibiza. This is what I got download on. We are gonna make a family-friendly island. Okay. And we're going to merge because Bruce Lee said, they said, what's the best way in martial arts? And he wanted to.
No tradition.
He studied everything: Chinese boxing, Western boxing, wrestling, karate, kung fu, taekwondo, everything. And Jiddu Krishnamurti, yes. And what did he find out, Bruce Lee, in the end? He said, hey, there is no method that is the best. It's the synchronization of them all into one. Become one, man. Become one. That's the unity. So he was uniting all this method, and that's it. And then he said, no method, just me expressing myself honestly. Here I am without the method, without an intention, without a plan of creating a company and making a lot of currency. No, 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 no. Here I am as a human being, just expressing myself honestly.
Beautiful.
Yes?
Yeah. Really
so
beautiful.
We're going to do the same thing with the app. What can move a lot of energy, Frank? What can move a lot of energy, Eugene? This pen can move some energy. If this were a spoon, let's say that this is a spoon, but it's a knife, it can move some energies. But if I have a shovel, it can move more energies if I want to dig a hole, right?
Yes.
But what technology do we have today that can move a lot of energies? Globally.
The internet.
The internet.
Yep.
What about the apps? What about Uber? What about Airbnb? Have they changed the game in the world?
Sure.
Yes, they have. They are apps, man. They are boxes.
We can't live
they
without
are cubes.
them. Yep.
So are we able to create one cube that is going to change the game completely? Like, I mean, completely, guys. Completely. Yes. How are we going to do that? We're going to do it by this. Look at this, guys.
It sounds like Tetragrammaton, bro.
This is an app. This is an app. This is an app. Okay, this is Uber. This is Facebook. This is Airbnb. This is that. This is this. This is wallet. This is everything you want. We make everything to one app.
Centralized, yep.
We make one app that is going to be. So when you come to Ibiza, for example, and play this game, because you're going to start here.
And other places, but majoritively in Ibiza, yeah.
It's going to be like Pokemon Go. You're going to go around the island, you're going to see a map, and then you're going to pick NFTs. Oh, I want to go there because there I'm going to get a free NFT. Oh, I want to go to that event because they are giving away NFTs.
Ah, bro, that's great. Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay.
I'm going to go to that clothes shop because I can buy this jacket that Raji has as an NFT.
Yeah, or I can play a game or do a walkthrough or give a presentation or cook a meal for somebody. And in return, I get this so that I can use that to leverage my way to do something else. And the cycle continues. Yes.
And now I want to create an event, but only the ones who can come to this event are those who have this NFT, those who have already completed that game that I created before.
And can I just add really quickly that there's people right now that are already doing this. There's people who are certain owners of certain just picture JPEG NFTs that get access to a chat room full of all the other people that own the same NFT. So you have all these people who have the same amount of money and currency that allows them to actually get that NFT in the same room so that you can interact. So if I'm somebody who maybe scrapes together that currency just to get that my foot in the door with people that have all this knowledge, data, information that I can use for my advantage, that is inherently more valuable than the NFT itself, which will continue to hold its value still. So I hope that makes more sense.
It makes sense, but the difference here, Frank, is that those things that they do is all in the 2D.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's happening now.
3D.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the difference, and this is going to be the change, because we know if people want to do this in, let's say, New York City, it's not going to be the same that we're going to do it here in Ibiza. You know what I mean? Because it's still in the matrix, man. But if you do it maybe in Hawaii, or Costa Rica,
Hawaii is interesting to me a lot. Yeah.
Islands.
Places that are hard to get, or places that, what do you think the attraction is for tropical paradise type? Why specifically?
Not only that, is the community, because the community here in Ibiza is a lot of artists here.
Okay.
Have a mindset of alternative way of thinking. That's why they live here and not in the matrix.
Beautiful. Okay, I understand. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes, for sure.
And so it seems that the cities that, or I shouldn't say cities, communities that are more based on art will be more valuable in the NFT space, and at the same time, it creates a lot of freedom, right? Because you don't have to earn money in the typical ways that you normally would have to. That's why artists are broke these days, right? Because monetizing content is the hardest thing to do, so to speak, like a trading information or something like that. So it seems like an NFT comes in and allows that. I don't know, that's what I'm assuming.
Exactly right. And that's why the person that makes this, the person from Ready Player One, the creator, will be the most absolutely loved person on planet Earth when they come into, because everyone's going to be like, this person has allowed me, somebody who previously couldn't rub two coins together with what I really love to do, has allowed me to create a whole life based on the things that I do in here, the things that I know what I'm the things that I'm meant to do.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
And that's you, Raji. That's me. And that's you as well.
That's us, man. That's us three that are talking right now, because we are in that mind.
And a lot more people, but yeah.
Yeah, man. But I'm telling you, there's not so many people that are doing this right now in that content, because they are thinking about making the currency. They're not thinking about making the system.
Yeah, and that's the way it's designed.
You can only create the system if you are in 4 dimension.
Yeah, for sure.
They're thinking about consuming, not creating, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We are not nobody's currency.
Yeah, it's nobody's fault really, because you're kind of engineered to be like that. But as a result of the environment that we find ourselves in nowadays. But yeah, exactly right.
So you guys can look at the coin here in Ibiza. It's called Ibiza token, and the government is backing it up. The council of the island is backing it up and say, yes, we are in it. Many big companies are backing these things up. They are official partners, man. They are official partners. It's a huge thing, and we are going to make this game. We're going to make the treasure hunt for children. So when they come here, they're going to be like, oh, I want to go to Wonderland. Let's say we call it Wonderland. Yeah. Yeah.
It reminds me a lot of the Pinocchio
Wonderland.
Story. Yeah. Go.
So when you go to Wonderland, what do you want there? You want the artists, people like that are not negative, that don't talk about, don't take the vaccine, guys, demonstrate about this, all of that. Isn't it clear, guys? Like 15 years ago, when I was in the hood, I knew about the vaccine. I didn't need anybody to explain to me. It was very, very clear. My decision. I made a decision back then when I was young. But now you have all this information and you're still here like, I don't know what to do. I'm just saying, guys, if it's not clear yet, then it's not clear. But we are not going to talk about this. We're not going to demonstrate and be angry and stuff like this.
Yeah, for sure.
Eugene, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the whole point is you got to figure it out. Like earlier, you were saying, I forgot something about free will, but basically the ability for you to make your own decision is the essence of the matrix, or at least for you to figure that out, that you have your own choice, I think is the essence of the matrix.
The entire game, yeah.
And I know Frank, he loves the game.
Sure do.
Ready Player One.
That's it. Player one, mate.
Player one.
Yeah, that's it. We're all player one. If we want to be.
But Frank, you know that you are gonna smash the game when it comes.
Oh, mate, I already am smashing the game. This is the game. You serious? And so can you. So can Raji. So can Eugene. So can you watching this video right now. It's not something that's just bound to just me. You know, I'm not maybe not be the one that even gets any of the recognition. I'm fine with that. It could be you, like that Tupac quote, that Tupac interview. I could be the person that sparks the idea and the person who makes the big thing. It doesn't have to be. I don't have to get the recognition, nor do I even want it. I actually come to terms with that like this week, really. Like, bro, people who are famous, people who get all the recognition, people that you see in the media nowadays, they're fucking insane, bro. They're cooked. Like, you're not meant to get constantly validated with all this attention and all this currency, all this, you know what I'm saying? Like, prime example, Kanye West. But yeah, sorry, go.
No, Frank, well, these people want recognition. You just said you don't want recognition. So unfortunately or fortunately, you're going to get it because that's exactly what people are looking for is authenticity, which means I don't need recognition to do what I do best.
Yes, this is true, but that's not to say that I don't want recognition because there is a part of me within that kind of ego that is inseparable from me that would love that. But at the same time, if you fucking focus just on that, it'll fragment your mind.
But it's the difference, Frank, between being recognized by doing something good and recognized by what? By you making a song about what?
Yeah.
What is the lyrics in your song?
Yeah.
Being a degenerate.
It's crap. And you're making a lot of currency out of this. Oh, it means that you're a prostitute. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Yeah, for sure. And right now it sells. That's why people do it. But that's what it is. I think it's degeneracy as well.
Jiddu Krishnamurti, Eugene, what did he say? He said
to
the child. He said to the child, he said, you might be poor. Who cares? You know, when I was in India, I was walking there bare feet for days. I didn't have any currency. Nada. I was not afraid because I knew it's all about vibration.
And there's been people that have died like that, man.
And it's pumping a high electromagnetic field. And even if I do fasting, which means I'm going to vibrate even more, hey, man, I can't experience low vibration shit. It's impossible because I know quantum mechanics.
Yeah, for sure.
I know how it works. I know the rules of this game.
Yeah, if you started worrying or complaining on the beach, then you would be a beggar. You would have a poverty mindset. But since you're abundant and overflowing inside, you're giving value. So of course people are saying, okay, I want this guy around me.
Yes. And today, what do we want? What do we want? We want to be happy. And why we are not happy is because there is something in our program. It's something in our system that say we are not worth happiness.
That's deep, yeah.
I am not worthy. So I'm going to continue being in a low vibration state because that is what I feel comfortable in.
Yeah, the average person feels bad when they don't, work their 3D job because they feel like they're producing nothing for society, which is fair enough when you think about it in one frame of mind. But when do you start prioritizing yourself and creating things so that you can empower one person, which is you, to empower the surrounding environment,
And we don't need to work. We can just follow our heart. Yes, follow our passion. What do we really want to do in this life? Let's say I just want to talk about this, Frank. I don't want to do anything else. I just want to talk about the dimensions and the NFTs and that. Then I do that. And I don't think about the other thing. The other thing will come to me.
Yeah. And there is people that have died, so this could be a thing. Someone that comes to my mind is Van Gogh. He wasn't recognized until he was dead, and then he got all the recognition that he could have ever wanted that when he was alive. He literally died following his heart because there wasn't this system in place, the thing that we're talking about, that will be in place, I would say, within our lifetimes. For sure.
Let me get a little cheesy and romantic with you guys. In the word art is the word art. So and at the same time, the heart is the middle chakra, which happens to be green. Green is an anagram for energy. You know this from Santos. So of course, if you work from the heart, I mean, I shouldn't use the word capitalizing, but you're maximizing your energy.
Yes, yes. You're operating at the highest electromagnetic field because that's the heart creating everything. Bam, 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 not the mind. Boom, the heart is what creates the
Ancient
boom,
Egyptians,
boom, boom.
right? They knew that.
And then why is the heart the key? Because it's love. And so once you, and then Krishnamurti goes into this deep, he says, once you have love, I mean, that in itself is intelligence. You start to lose the need for words because you start to be telepathic. That's what love is. When you can see your partner and already know what they want before they even ask for it. That's love. That's communication.
Beautiful. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. I think that's a pretty clear, like, roundabout explanation of what's going to happen. And even if it doesn't happen in the way that we say it is, it's still going to happen, right? There's no, you can't tell me that they're not going to fucking put the, you know, this into this. Like, you can't tell me that there's not going to be a metaverse because they renamed Instagram and Facebook or whatever. It's Meta now. Like, you can't tell me it's not going to happen. So we might as well prepare for it, take advantage of it, create the world we want to see instead of the world that, you know, the top 1% wants to see, which is what we've had for the last 100,000 years, you know, whatever time
Frank,
limit.
we are the top percent, not them that we think,
Yeah.
not them who are in a low vibration state that have bad intentions to humanity. They are not top 1%, they are low 1%.
But I just have the power now, is what I'm saying.
Control any system. They are not in control of any system. We are in control of our own system first.
Yes, this is true.
Hey, look at the words people are using. They say magic. Okay, let's talk about magic, Eugene, no? And Frank.
Let's
do it.
Okay, let's talk about magic. As far as I'm concerned, when you go and look at Harry Potter, they have a staff. And you see that when they do this and this, in all magical picture, you can see magic wand. You always see this glitter, this light here, what? Yeah? Like shining stars. What is this shining stars? What element is this? Because I know there are 4 elements. There's earth, water, fire, and air. But it's this shining stars thing. If you look at the stars, what element do they have? That
Plasma.
shining light that is coming from
fire, radiance.
It's ether, man.
Beautiful.
It's ether.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the ether. They are bringing in the ether to the wand, and they are saying Wingardium Leviosa. They are commanding now. Bam. That's what Moses did when he had a staff and he divided the sea. Divide by the will of God, by the will of the 12th dimension, the supreme lights.
And that's why they say
the 12th dimension came into him. Look at this.
Go.
You talked about the chakras last time, Frank. You wanted to know the 12 chakra system, right?
I sure did.
And I got a download about it. I don't know if this makes sense for you. Let's see.
I hope it does. And if it doesn't, we'll make it make sense.
Okay. So your arm, elbows, and your wrist are the elbows are the 8 together with your knees.
Yep.
And the wrists are the 9 together with your ankles. Also, above here, above the crown, you have the stars here. That's the 9 are also, the stars are also the 9.
Yep.
And there you have a void, a black void. That's what they call the black hole. That's the 10th dimension that you also have above you. And then you have the resurrection. That's when you come into life again. You know?
Yeah.
And the 12 is the supreme light that is coming down on us in the sky as well. That's the 12th dimension that is beyond the stars.
Excellent.
And you know this is true because we have 12 cranial nerves. We have 12 systems like in the body, right? Like endocrine, nervous, whatever it is. There's 12 disciples in Jesus has 12 disciples. Arthur has 12 knights around the round table. I could go on. Hercules has 12 laborers, 12 zodiac tribes.
How many hours in a day?
Okay, look at this, guys. Again, we have done this before. 12.
How many months
yes.
in a year?
12.
Go.
Look, this is the clock, guys. This is 12, 3, 6, and 9, no? And then you have the space in between. You have 1 and 2. You have 4 and 5. You have 7 and 8.
Yeah, it's not that clear on the camera, Raji.
And you have 10 and 11. Okay, look. Is it clear?
Yep.
No? Okay, but you make a cycle because time is cycle, no?
Mhm.
Like the clock. 3, 6, 9, and 12.
Like a blood cycle in our body.
Like a cycle, man. Time is cycle in the 4th dimension. But in the 3 dimension, it's linear.
Yes.
In the 5 dimension, is both linear and in cycles.
Ah, yeah, that's a mind bender, that one.
But Eugene gets the 5 dimension because he's 5D.
Mm.
He's not 4D.
And like you said with Harry Potter and the wand, before you go, Eugene, the wand chooses the wizard. It's not the staff that gives Moses the power. It's the enchant. It's the person who's, and when you say the wand chooses the wizard, it's not a wand. We don't choose the wand, like a piece of, like an object doesn't choose us. We choose the object with which we use to create. My wand might be this. Your wand might be a microphone or a pen. You know what I mean?
It's
Plus-
the tool, no?
Huh?
It's the tool.
That's it. It's a tool, and it chooses you. You don't choose what you're passionate for.
Hey, guys, let me blow you away. And the wand, in the word wand, is W plus DNA. So where do you think the code comes from? Where do you think the information is coming from? Where's the nucleus of it all? It's the DNA.
Okay, the wizard DNA, no W for wizard.
That's it. Yeah, I love that, Eugene. I love the etymology. I love that. Martin Kenny had somebody, I think, or Agua, I should say, who would do that on his podcast. Absolutely love it. So continue.
Yeah, Raji, you were going to say something, no?
No, I just said the W stands for wizard. So it's a DNA of the wizards, the DNA of the wise men, the DNA of the magi's.
Raji, I have a question.
Yes.
Somebody watching this now is resonating extremely highly with it, as Eugene was when he saw our podcast. And there'll be many people that eventually do it. But there's people now in close to this timeline, or this time in this point in time, I should say. What can they do to, collaborate with us, join us, to forward the movement that we see as a collective will be the future? What do you think is the best things to do for somebody who wants to take advantage of their situation?
Yes. So I would say, let's all agree upon a vision. And the vision is that we want to create a voyage to Eden, the journey to Eden.
Mm.
That's it. I'm not interested if you're Christian or if you're Jew or if you don't believe in God.
Mm.
But you believe in Eden. You believe that the North Pole is where Eden is, because William Fairfield, that was the first president of Boston University. So he was not a fool. Okay? He was a scientific man.
Yes.
But he didn't live in the 80s because he didn't have that program. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He had another program, and he wrote a book about Eden paradise being found in the North Pole. Okay, hold on a minute. Transformer, the movie, the first movie, Megatron, not Metatron, but Megatron. Where did he crash land?
The moon, wasn't it?
No,
No, I can't remember.
in the North Pole.
Ah, there you go.
And his great-great-grandfather, no? Wiki.
Ah, yeah.
He find Megatron and the cube.
Yeah, beautiful.
So there you have all the things. They are talking about the North Pole. They are talking about the cube. We are talking about the cube, Metatron's cube, or Megatron's cube is the same, hermano.
See.
Eh?
Yeah.
So what's up? What's up? You guys don't get it now? You guys don't get it? If you don't get it now, when you say these people, what can they do? We are telling you guys, stop eating this garbage. Stop eating chemicals. Be aware of everything you eat. What is this? This is what? This is an avocado. It grows on the trees here. So I eat this. But what is, I don't know, what is this package? Oh, let me read it from the behind and see what it is. Oh, it's Zyno, crypto, blah, blah, blah. I don't even know the name, but it's chemicals, no?
Yeah, numbers, yeah.
Why should I put this in my mouth? I don't know, guys. Stop that. And start drinking clean water. If you live in the matrix, buy a distiller machine that will bring out the fluoride, that will bring out the chlorine, that will bring out everything, because the water you're drinking in the tap water is black. The true color of it is black. Without, if they put the chlorine, it's black. You know, like a pool when it gets green because it's, you know, and they are making it look nice because of the chlorine.
Yep.
That is what they do with the tap water. Because if the true color of the water would be there, you wouldn't drink it.
I think that's the truth, unfortunately.
And that's another form of a blue pill, right?
Ah, yeah, there you go. That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the blue pill.
Yeah. It's good.
This is what they need to do. And also, you mean what they can do, like physically, come
Yeah.
together, guys.
Yeah.
Great communities. So in Australia, go to Frank and ask him, hey, Frank, can we meet? Let's meet one time a week in Australia, in Melbourne. Great gatherings.
Beautiful.
Eugene also in America, great gatherings.
Yeah.
And
So we
even
can
if
be-
they stop, if they stop us for traveling, do you know what we are going to do? I have a friend that has a huge sailing boat with its own crew. Coming and pick you up, guys. If you want to come to Ibiza, for example, or wherever we want to go. We just say, hey, guys, this port, this harbor, this time, come on up. Welcome on board. And then we're going to sail. And who's going to stop us?
Some sorry people.
No, nobody can stop you because you're not passing any ports.
Yeah.
And the passport you only need when you pass a port. In their artificial game, they call international airports, airports.
Yeah.
They're portals. So they're saying, if you want to go through our portal, yes, you need passport, hermano. But I'm saying, I don't want this passport. I want my own.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have my Atlantean passport.
Beautiful.
So if they go on court, can we share a little bit about court?
Let's go.
How to be free. Because
Actually,
Jesus said,
should we save it for another time? Because it's a big one and I don't have a lot of time left, unfortunately.
okay.
Just tease us a bit.
Yeah, do a bit of a teaser.
Okay, we all know this whole thing is a game, right? So why does the judge have black robes when they come to you? All rise. Because they are playing your funeral, man. Because you're a dead entity.
A corporation.
And if your soul that knows the truth, because the soul knows everything, right? You can't fool this soul. So if your soul says, no, I don't want to play this game anymore, guys, they can't do anything towards you. They're man-made laws. They can't impose them on you because they can only impose on them on those who want to play the dead man game. Hades realm.
Yep. Beautiful. We'll explore that in detail as well in this later time. Sorry, go.
No problem. And plus, when you say you're the soul, soul also means one. So when you say I'm sole shareholder, I'm the president of my corporation, I own my shit, you don't, then they also know what's up. And the other thing is they wear black also because of Saturn. You should know this. Was it Frank? You watched Santos, because basically it's Saturnian law. That's why it's crown copyright. And then they talk about the bar. Yeah, well, that's why you have rabbis, because they study, again, Saturnian law. And you don't have to succumb to that. Again, he just said it's Hades, it's time. So you don't have to be bound by time.
Atlantean law is the supreme law of this realm. No government in this world can go against it because all the countries, they need to pick one of the major 5 religions. They need to say, are you a Hindu country? Are you a Buddhistic country? Or are you Christian? Or are you Jewish? Or are you Islamic country? What religion is the former religion you have?
Yep.
So they're going to say, let's say in Turkey, they say Islam. Okay, but what connects Islam with the others? That's Atlantis, the Atlantean law.
So you're saying law at some point is ecclesiastical. It always comes back to religion.
With the religion is the law, man. But in that time, in that space.
Yeah.
So in
You
the
know
past,
what? Sorry, go.
in India, Hinduism, that was the law. Then it got upgraded by Buddha. He upgraded it and created Buddhism because he was the prince of Nepal, man. He was the king. He was the fourth dimension. The sultans and the king can't change the rules. They're allowed to change the rules. But what you say now in the Arabic world are not so many kings. And those who call themselves kings are not, they are illegal kings because they are sheikhs. They're not sultans. So they can't change the game. They can just follow the rules. They can't change the rules. But the sultan can change the rules. So if they want to come to court, hey, what's up? You said, Eugene, what's up? I can go and face any court in the world and I can say, what's up, guys? What do you want? Land, air, water. I am carbon because this body is the land. It's carbon.
Yeah.
I am carbon-based.
Yeah.
I am not nothing else. I'm carbon-based. And if you don't believe me, let's do a proof. I can give you some of that. I can give you my DNA, hair sample, whatever you want. And I breathe oxygen. And my water, I have hydrogen, I have blood, I have urine, I have liquids. Now you are showing them that you are not a robot because this law and this game is only for robots. It's only applicable for 2 dimension, which is slaves. Yep. And the slaves are the robots. But what they have done is they have made human beings into the law of the robots.
Yeah, commercial law.
Yeah, commercial stock.
Yeah, I tried to explain that to somebody that I shouldn't have tried to explain that to, and yeah, you can probably tell by.
But of course, you can't explain that to somebody who's stuck in the 2D.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those who in 3D would be like, okay, something is happening with me. I'm feeling it, you know? 2D would be like, no, off. These guys are crazy.
As soon as you say religion, it's off. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the fear. And same with Islam. What's up, guys? Islam. No. We don't want that. Why not? Why don't you want to read what's in a book? Because everybody is like, have you read A Course in Miracles? I'm like,
there you go.
But wait, have you read The Course in Miracles? And I'm like, have you read the Quran? But wait, 1.4 billion people are following one book. Isn't that interesting for you that so many people really believe in this? But do you know what it is? No, they want to read A Course in Miracles that 10,000 people are following. You know what I mean? I don't say A Course in Miracles is bad. All I'm saying is people are so afraid of these things that they think they would be, oh, if I read this book, something bad is going to happen. No, something good is going to happen because when you read a book, you're going to find the truth and the truth is going to set you free. But you don't want freedom. You want to be stuck in the box. So continue being stuck in the box because Islam is the first step, is the first key. Then Christianity, second coming of Jesus, and then Judaism, Moses, people are going to divide the sea. That's what we talked about, no? But you can't jump. If you don't know Islam, if you don't know the first step, then you will not understand fully the 2-step. Because what is Islam? It's all about the cube. I know we don't have so much time, but please let me explain this, Frank, okay?
Go for it, man. Go for it. Yeah, I'll let you.
Eugene, look at this. My ancestors are Ishmael, Abraham, all of them, yeah?
We can do another one tomorrow if you guys are free.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to show him.
Yeah.
It's an artificial central point. Is like I'm saying now, hey guys, let's gather in Ibiza, right? And all the conscious people are going to gather in Ibiza because here we're going to create the voyage to Eden. They did the same thing there. They say, guys, let's all gather in this cube in Mecca. And then when you come here, then we're going to show you the voyage. We're going to make the voyage to Eden. So what did they do? Everybody came and start praying towards the Mecca because knowing the direction we are going in this journey, because that's the pilgrimage.
Yep.
But when we come to Mecca, then what? Well, when you come to Mecca, then we are there. Ishmael is there and showing you the direction to Eden. He's saying, okay, now you made it here, like a game. You're playing World of Warcraft, yeah? The first quest, you're going to a guy. And he points you to another guy and another map. Yeah. And this is the same thing. People came to Mecca and then, okay, guys, the next pilgrimage to Eden is this North Pole. You realize what I'm saying, man? This is what the cube was in the beginning. But then what happened? The dark forces took control and they say, no, this is the last step, the Mecca cube.
They just took out the directions to Eden, essentially, no?
They took out the direction of Eden. And the Muslims say it themselves, because I talk with scholars about this, because they can't connect the dots, but they know their religion, you know? And they say, yes, Kaaba, which means the rock, there are two rocks. There is one in this and one in heaven. And I say, okay, the other one, what's the name? It's Beit al-Ma'mur, okay? The house of something, I don't know exactly, okay? But the sacred house, they call it, okay? But it's the same with Shambhala. Shamb Allah. Shamb Allah. Shambhala. Kaaba Allah. Kaaba means rock and Allah means God. So God's rock. And that is Mount Olympus. That is the holy mountain in the center, because Star of Polaris is the only star that doesn't move. All the other stars are revolving around it, meaning it's the central point. So what's up? So if anybody wants to challenge this information, because this is the information that is the revelation. We are revealing, guys. We are revealing that.
How do you challenge the bullseye? How do you challenge light?
How do you challenge the central points?
Focal point.
So yes, when you ask me the question, what do we need to do now? Now, and what these people need to do? People need to realize this information.
Beautiful.
And then we're going to unite through this information. And then we're going to write a book. They're going to say, guys, this is our recommendation. Like Eugene said, breathing and all meditation and all of that.
Yep.
And then in 500 years from now, some dark force would take it over and say it is a religion and it's not good and it's bad and all of that.
The cycle repeats. Exactly right.
Cycle repeats. People are going to call
Beautiful.
us extremist and all of that.
Yep. And
Because
with that
we mentioned
said,
the direction to Eden, because we
Yep.
just say, hey guys, I
know,
think I know the direction to Eden. I think it's that way.
yeah.
So what can we lose? We can just go there and see. And then we go there and see, and we're like, Raji, what the fuck? You screwed us up with all these currency. Okay, but maybe there is another place, you know? Okay, I did my best, guys. I tried to explain my best.
Yeah.
That's
Beautiful.
it.
And with that said, anybody that wants to come on this podcast and have their 2 cents, by all means, reach out. You know, I'm not very, you know, it's not exclusive. Anybody can be on here. If you feel like what you have to say has any value, if you feel like you're a part of whatever's happening here, be my guest. Reach out. The worst that can happen is I can say no, you know? So yeah, with that said, I've run out of time, unfortunately. You guys can stick around and chat if you want, but tomorrow I'll definitely be available. So we can do this
Eugene,
again.
let's stick around, know a little bit.
Got it.
Beautiful.
Hey, Frank, thank you so much, Frank, for everything.
Hey.
Thank you for holding the space. You're amazing, man. And I'm
Always,
looking so much
likewise.
forward to meet you both.
Beautiful, beautiful, man. I appreciate you as well.
Frank, we're holding hands when we go to Eden.
That's the one.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. See you guys later.